you're watching this video, I hope you're an incoming freshman because that's what this video is for. Okay, now let me stop being corny. I know the camera is like really up close and personal, but it's okay because I'm going to be giving you some advice for your incoming freshman year. And I just have like a little notepad for all my notes. So yeah, let's get to the video. Tip number 1, make friends your age. Like, I can't stress this enough. My biggest mistake coming into high school was making friends with juniors, seniors, sophomores, everybody but freshmen. And I was on the basketball team, so I was friends with older people. I met their older friends, and that it just went from there. If you want to have older friends, go ahead, but make friends with younger people. Like, nothing is more annoying than when they all graduate and you're lonely, because I'm a senior right now and that's literally what I'm going through. Like, make friends with people your age. Like, don't worry, you're gonna find somebody somewhere to fit in at. Like, you're not gonna be able to make a friend the first day, but you will make friends. Just make sure they're your age, because as the years go by, cliques and circles are made, and then it just gets harder and harder and harder and harder. Tip 2. Going into high school, it's a fresh start. You're going to a new school with new people. Like, look at it as a fresh start. So if you were shy in middle school or elementary school, or you used to fight a lot, or you just wasn't like very active in any clubs or anything, look at high school as a fresh start to start doing that. So if you're a shy person, get out of your comfort zone. Talk to people first. Join clubs. Even if you don't know anybody, like, get it as a fresh start. If you used to fight a lot, come to high school, you don't know anybody, so you have a clean slate. There's no beef or anything. Like, just try to find ways to better yourself, because you're gonna be there for 4 years. Like, don't start off on a bad foot. Like, don't. Number 3, which kind of ties in with number 2, join clubs, be an activist. When you go to college, or when you apply for colleges, they're gonna ask you, oh, did you join clubs? What did you do? Were you a leader or a role model? The school president, the school treasurer? Like, join clubs. Like, if you have those friends that don't want to join clubs, they want to be boring, don't worry about them. Do you. Like, join a club, because you're going to have fun. They have yoga club. My school has a beehive club, a film club. And if they don't have clubs that you want, you can make your own club. Like, you just go. Every school is different, but if you get a couple of people together that all want to draw, then hey, you have a drawing club. Like, it's literally so easy to create a club. And schools like that, when they see that you're being a leader and that you're actually participating in school, that you're not just going to school to learn and leave, that you're actually like finding fun things and productive things to do while you're in school. Number 4, don't be a class clown. Or if you are, don't be a rude one. Try to be friends with teachers. Get them to like you, because your senior year, you're going to need 2 recommendation letters from teachers. And over the years, sometimes teachers leave. So you really want to be nice to your teachers, because you don't know who's going to be there 4 years later. And you don't want it to be the teacher that you were cursing out, making fun of, making them look like an embarrassment, not letting them teach the class. Just be nice, because teachers are not obligated to write your recommendation letters. They can turn you down. And yeah, without those recommendation letters, you can't apply to school. And some schools do ask for more than 2. So just be nice to your teachers, because literally everything helps you in the long run. Like, some of them have connects to different schools, or say if you're into acting, some of them know places that can help you. Like, your teachers are like your first step to networking. Like, just be nice to them. Number 5, stay out of drama. If you're a freshman, there's no reason for you to be in drama. Unless, somebody's talking about you and you just get dragged into it and there was no way of you avoiding it, then okay. But don't be the drama maker, drama starter, drama queen, drama. Like, literally, just stay out of drama. If you don't have to be in it, don't put yourself in it. Because there's nothing worse than getting expelled, getting detention, getting suspended. All that goes on your record. And it makes your college application process a little bit longer. Because when you're applying for a school, you have to write down what the situation was that got you suspended. And sometimes they look at that and you're like, yeah.
We don't want him in our school. We don't want her here. We don't want them dragging our students. We don't want them pushing our students down steps.
Like, literally, if you can stay out of drama for 4 years, then stay out of it. Number 6. My biggest thing is be yourself. Don't worry about other people. There's some people who like a lot of name brand, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Goose, whatever. Like, you do not have to spend hundreds of dollars on brand clothing, on name brand clothing to fit in. Because the good thing about high school is there's so many different circles. There's kids who like anime. There's kids who like to skateboard. Like, everybody dresses differently. And honestly, it's like, unless you're in drama, nobody really cares what you wear. Like, because everybody dresses differently, nobody can say, oh, why does she have those sneakers on? Because 9 times out of 10, there's probably like 5 other people wearing the same shoes. Like, do not worry about name brand. And if the friends you make are really your friends, they're not gonna care at all. Number 7. Every high school has a bulletin board where they keep stuff posted. Most of the time it's for seniors, like college things, but sometimes there are internships up there. And it's good to look at them because some of them do start at the age of 14. And coming in as a freshman, you should be 14 or around that age, or turning that age, turning 15. How old was I when I was a freshman? Let's see, I'm 18 right now. Yeah, you should be 14 when you're a freshman. And yeah, that's the age where you're old enough to work or old enough to have an internship. And those internships can really help you with college because you can put on your application, oh yeah, I internshipped here for 3.5 years or for 2 months or 5 months or whatever. And it really helps you because say if you're like your major that you want to practice in college is film or whatever film majors are. If you show them, oh yeah, I did this internship for this amount of time, they'll look at it like, oh, she's really interested. Let's accept her or let's accept him. Or sometimes internships do give you money going into college depending on what type of program it is. And you can also just look at other opportunities such as SEO. You start off as a freshman, you do that all the way until their senior year, and they help you with scholarships, they help you get into colleges, you get to travel. Like, I wish I would have done it, but at the time I just wasn't ready for that because it is a lot of work. But if I could go back in time, I would definitely do SEO. And if you have the opportunity to, I definitely suggest that you do it. Even if your friends don't want to do it, just do it. Like, that's the best decision you could possibly ever make. Number 8, join college readiness classes. Like, there's different classes such as honors classes, AP classes. If you have the option to get out of a regular class and go in an honors class or AP class, which counts as a college credit, then do it. Like, even if you feel like the workload might be too much, just enter the class and try it. And if you see after a couple weeks that's not for you, you can always transfer back to a regular class. But just try the honors class because colleges will look at your application and say you're being compared to a regular student. They'll say, oh yeah, they took the same classes, but hers are honors, hers are APs. And next thing you know, you're up here and the regular student is down here, and boom, you get into the college. Like, these classes literally help with everything going into college. With an AP class, you get a college credit. It saves you money and time when you go to college. Number 9, starting off strong. Freshman year, you have 3 years until junior, or 2. You have your freshman year, your sophomore year, your junior year, and freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. You're a freshman, you still have another 2 years before you're a junior. And those are the grades that really count, but that doesn't mean just slack off and do whatever you want and only focus on your grades junior year, because colleges are still going to look at all your grades starting back to when you were a freshman. So say if you did slack off when you were a freshman but you picked it up sophomore year or junior year, you're still in a good running because they're going to say, oh, this student got it together, because they know sometimes the transition going into high school and becoming a freshman is a little hard. Some students don't know how to handle it. It's a new surrounding, new friends, like it's just a new beginning. But if you keep your grades up and you stay on top of your good habits of studying, doing your homework, coming to class on time, you will be just fine. If you have bad habits at the beginning, it's going to be harder trying to change your habits into what you want them to be, because you're already going to be lazy, or your body, like, you're not going to be ready for that type of change. And my last tip is the biggest one. I say that for every single last one, but number 10 is have fun. High school is full of so many different things and so many different people that you're going to have fun. High school is literally what you make of it. So if you're shy and you don't really talk to anybody and you're antisocial and you just go to school, go to class and leave, then yes, it might be a little bit boring, because every day you're just going to class, you're not speaking to anyone, you're not laughing, and then you're going home. But if you go there and you socialize with people and you make friends, and you guys do things outside of high school, or you guys both join clubs inside of high school, then it makes school 10 times better. Because trust me, when you graduate, you're going to miss it. Senior year, trust me, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna miss it, I'm ready to leave, I'm never looking back. But trust me, as it gets towards the end of your senior year, like how it is for me, I'm looking back and I'm like, wow, I am going to miss high school. Like, high school is literally what you make of it. Like, stay on top of your work, but also have fun. Like, have fun. Tip number 11. Listen, high school is not middle school. You do not need 10 freaking notebooks. You do not need 10 notebooks, a whole bunch of pencils and pens and erasers and markers and crayons and hand sanitizer. You don't need any of that. On your first day of high school, I would say bring a binder with paper and bring 2 notebooks and a couple folders and a pencil case. That's it. That is literally it. And you might not even use that, because some classes you don't need a notebook. Other classes, they just want you to write in a binder because they want you to hand the paper in. Like, you really don't need that much in high school. Like, it's not the same where middle school wanted you to bring crayons, markers, hand sanitizers, paper towels. Maybe that was just my middle school, but they wanted us to bring like the whole Staples store. Like, yeah, in high school you do not need all of that. So yeah, those are my tips for incoming freshman students. I might be making a part 2 when I come across more things that I feel that you guys need to know. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on all my social media platforms, and